Especially when scientists talk about deadlines.
I've got more important things to do than take apart an electric socket.
You've got one new message.
Ostankovich here. Call me immediately. I repeat, immediately. As soon as you get this message. And Svetlova, get ready to give me a clever explanation for why your cell phone is off all the time. Use your cell phone so that we don't have to go through the identification procedure.
Sergei Vasily Ostankovich, colonel of Russian militia. My former boss at Department 12, art forgery and theft, before I transferred to Interpol. Certainly a man with no sense of humor. Quite clearly in top form again. And the fact he's getting in touch with me here in Lyon doesn't imply anything good. I really have to find my cell phone and call Ostankovich immediately. Good. The charge is in the socket. I don't even know why I bother unplugging it and putting it away. The phone should stay charged for at least 3 days. But at the moment, I need to recharge it twice a day. Good. We'll see what that terrible battery can hold. Well, the phone could be at least partially charged now. The battery is the same piece of junk as before, but it might just last a few phone calls.
Finally. You must have time on your hands in Lyon. Why let the ringing of a cell phone bother you, right?
The guys in the technical department of Interpol, especially Jennings, are unfortunately unable to repair my cell phone at the moment. Normally I'm accessible all the time, of course. What happened?
Everything I tell you now is strictly confidential. It stays between you and me. No colleagues, no departmental memos, no recordings, nothing. Do we understand each other?
Well, if it's nothing illegal.
Don't make me angry, Svetlova. This matter is too serious. Last night, the security system in the St. Petersburg State Hermitage Museum was out of order for several minutes. Fortunately, the outer perimeter remained functional and its cameras didn't record anything unusual.
That's a nuisance. But if nobody entered the museum, then nothing could be taken either, could it?
I personally examined the place. My initial impression was that nothing significant was missing. But I've got a feeling that something is. No one could give me a good explanation as to how both the main and backup security circuits stopped working at the same time.
If everything is in its place, then it could only mean something's been exchanged for a fake. However, there is nothing on the auto cameras, so the culprit and what he stole would have to still be in the museum. How about a thorough search of the place?
Are you mad? Do you understand what a scandal it would be? A week after they were praising me in the press for my fine work, front page in our most popular daily, and with me about to be awarded the Medal of Honor. No, we must keep it secret. We must find out whether something has really happened, without an official investigation. That means I want to have Max Durand here in St. Petersburg as soon as possible.
But how can he help you there? If you can't even support him officially, he won't be able to do anything.
Listen to me closely. Sure, you're working for Interpol now and no longer for Department 12, so I'm no longer your superior. But I still have enough influence to have you lose your job. You better not forget the interests of your motherland take all precedence. Therefore, be so kind and don't question my decision. Get Durand for me, and if he's hesitant, tell him that I have his file on my table. I can still change my mind about our mutual cooperation. Remind him I could have him arrested and locked up for a very long time. Not to mention that sometimes terrible accidents can happen in prison.
Damn, the battery's flat. Now of all times. I wonder how they would like it at the technical department when I whack their heads with that junk of a battery. God knows when I send the application for a new one. Damn it, Ostankovich will go ballistic if I don't get Max. Without a working cell phone, I must try to contact him from my office. The album Muriel lent me. I have to give it back to Muriel, or I'll have one less friend. That means none. Maybe I'm uncool, but I just ignore what passes for fashion these days. Leon, my current residence. I haven't seen it at all yet. Most of my time is eaten up by work, and to make things worse, Ostankovich calls. I visited the museum when I first came to Leon, and I go there regularly to relax. But I've got lots to do right now. I might visit it tomorrow. Hi, long time no see, Damien. Have you been on holiday?
Nothing escapes you. I was on the Canary Islands for a week. Very touristy, but at least it was warm. I would go again right now.
I was wondering, do you happen to know Muriel? Petite, dark-haired. She works here at the telephone exchange.
I haven't even noticed anyone like that here.
Hold on. Doesn't she mean the one who comes here for her cigarette break?
Come on, she looks totally different. Why are you asking anyway?
She went on holiday at the same time you did, and she was in the Canary Islands as well. She wouldn't tell me who she was going with, so I was thinking that maybe, by pure coincidence, you met there?
No, I can't remember her. I haven't seen her around.
Well, how could you, when you say that you don't even know what she looks like?
Well, Remy, have the Germans arrived? Excuse me, miss, but we are expecting a delegation from Bonn.
Germans? Are they really supposed to come today?
Yes, of course. I'll explain it to you straight away. So, chatting about the girl working at the telephone exchange has to wait. I am sorry.
Sure, Damien. Of course. I don't have to give things to everyone I meet, do I? Remy. He jokes all the time. I don't have to give things to everyone I meet, do I? There are two things that keep me awake during a long night working overtime. Sugar and chocolate bars. I must get Max. I hope he's at home, or at least in the town somewhere. The phone is totally dead now. I really can't make phone calls from it. Jennings, the technician responsible for our equipment, an arrogant loafer.
Technical department, Jennings speaking.
Svetlova, SWOA. I need a new cell phone battery.
Well, if it goes that flat, try to survive a few more days. Some new phones should be arriving shortly.
It doesn't go flat quickly. It doesn't work at all. How am I to do anything with a phone that's no good?
Do you know how much I have on my plate right now? And you're bothering me about a battery for your phone?
Fine, but if somebody can't find me when they need me and something goes wrong, I'll make sure the department knows whose fault it is. Do we understand each other?
Okay, then. Just stay calm. If it's really that urgent, I'll get it to you as soon as possible. I'm just completing the issue slip now. We don't have to argue or send complaints, do we?
Andrew Gilbert. Or rather, what used to be his office. He got a better paid job somewhere else. The usual story. I don't think I need anything now. The mayor is usually at the end of this line. You wouldn't want to speak with him unless you have to. My friend Muriel works at the telephone exchange. She's a bit too talkative sometimes, but I'm used to that now. Muriel from the telephone exchange won't have Max's cell phone number, and I haven't memorized it. It seems I'm standing in for Pierre again. I should get it done as soon as possible, or the boss will go wild. Max has cancelled more meetings than I can count. Right now he's busy working for the University of Toulouse. Next time it might be Paris. So, Max is somewhere at the university in Toulouse and his cell phone is off. Great. And I need to speak with him as soon as possible. That sounds like a perfect job for my friend Muriel working at the switchboard. And that's exactly why she works there. Just another month full of work. And then another and another. Here you can find documents for various cases, regulations and directives. However, most of it is accessible online. Hermione. I found her when she was still a kitten. When I moved to Lyon, I took her with me. But now I'm alone again.
What's that? Someone's finally coming to do Monsieur Bouillet's work, but it's just not him.
He asked me to help as a friend. That's how things are in life. But you wouldn't understand that, Demer. You'd have to have friends first.
Friends? All right. You mean those people who keep telling you things you don't care about and then make you do their work? No, I really don't have friends. Oh, God, how could I have missed so much all my life?
If this is a forgery, then there must be things that differ from the original. I should mark them somehow. Now I've got everything I need. Let's get the job done. The job which Pierre was to do, of course, and which, as usual, I have to do. The phone is totally dead now. I really can't make phone calls from it. I doubt anything could happen to anybody in this place, but regulations are regulations.
Listen, I don't really have time for this now. You want to speak about Abramchikov, I suppose?
There's no major report today. That's a terrible loss, isn't it?
No, I don't think so. Anything else?
Nothing. Only that you are stupid and arrogant.
Yes, of course. And now that you've told me all about myself, could you be so kind as to let me get on with my work?
I don't think I need to test anything right now. Without a single scrap of paper. Security checks everything all the time because of possible attacks. I use my cell phone for making calls. The line with the answering machine is more of a personal firewall. That's the last drop. The cell phone won't even work when I put it on charge. The battery's gone forever now. Great. Just great. I need a new one from our technical department now. I have no new messages. My cell phone with the broken battery. It drives me crazy. A book called The Tales and Myths of Antiquity. Greek gods, heroes, monsters. I loved this, even when I was a little girl. Ares is a fierce and competent warrior, but he doesn't always win. In the battlefield, he sometimes retreats before Pallas Athena, who prevails by her wisdom and serene consciousness of power. A woman coming out ahead of a man? Definitely not where I work.
Was to be the Petersburg Hermitage, the state museum that has 3 million works of art. It's not certain by how much time the testing phase will be delayed by the tragic death of Professor Abramchikov. In other news today, a senior...
The computer crashed a few days ago. Now it won't boot. But why have it repaired? I have a computer at the office, and I'm there most of the time. I've got more important things to do than relax in the museum park. Did anything interesting happen today?
Let me think. No, nothing. Not yesterday or the day before. Or 2 days before that either. Perhaps I should ask about the last time something unusual happened.
So, when did something out of the ordinary happen?
I can't really remember. What about you, Remy?
I can't either.
So you're a couple. That's great. Anyway, look, I have to run. I can't be chatting all the time. I don't have to give things to everyone I meet, do I?
Good morning.
Our yearly assessments. Most of my achievements are filed under the result of working in a tightly knit team of the very best people. Interesting how our successes are a result of teamwork, and our failures are the products of individual efforts around here. It's empty. I haven't found time to have it filled yet. Jennings, the technician responsible for our equipment, an arrogant loafer.
Technical department, Jennings speaking.
Svetlova, SWOA. I need a new cell phone battery.
Yes, I've got your request here. Would it be okay if I send someone with it after lunch?
Are you serious? The request has been with technical support for 14 days. Look, I have something to finish in the lab now. It's for your friend Pierre, but I'd be happy to talk about your work problems at the weekend. Personally, just the two of us.
Ah, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was you. I'm working on it. Go do your lab work. It'll be on your desk soon. You mean that about the weekend?
Considering that a month ago you spilled a bottle of wine on me and now you can't even remember my name, I don't know. I'll have to think about it.
I'm sorry. I'll do my best.
He must feel really embarrassed. It serves him right, though. The phone is totally dead now. I really can't make phone calls from it. I don't think I need anything now. Andrew Gilbert. Or rather, what used to be his office. He got a better paid job somewhere else. The usual story.
Telephone exchange, how can I help you?
Hi, Muriel. This is Lara. Have you got a minute?
Sure. It's busy today, but of course I'm here for my friends. Anything new?
Not much. Look, I need something. Could you get me through to someone?
That's what I'm here for.
But it isn't one of us. Also, it's not an official matter. It's Max Durand, a friend of mine. He is lecturing at the Toulouse University at the moment.
Typical. Of course, when I want something from you, you just ignore me.
You think I'd forget my best friend? I've got the CD with me. You know what? I'll send someone to you with it.
Lara, you never change. That's what you said last time. I'm sorry, I have to go. Someone has just come in.
So many mistakes. I should tell Pierre. Well, I'd better start all over again. Well, One can use this pen to mark photos. so many mistakes. I should tell Pierre. Right, this should be enough. It's obviously a fake, perhaps even a joke. I should write Pierre the email to let him know it's done. Jennings, the technician responsible for our equipment, an arrogant loafer. As long as the equipment works properly, I definitely don't want to call this number. Jennings, the technician responsible for our equipment, an arrogant loafer. I don't think I need anything now. Jennings, the technician responsible for our equipment, an arrogant loafer. As long as the equipment works properly, I definitely don't want to call this number. Here's the new battery for your phone. Keep the old one if you like. Signed by Jennings. See? Where there's a will, there's a way. A cell phone battery. I can't believe it turned up. The phone is totally dead now. I really can't make phone calls from it. Seems I should check my email inbox. I can't think of anything to talk about right now.
Is Durand on his way? When will he land in Petersburg?
I'm still trying to get hold of him.
Trying to get hold of him? And you're wasting both our time calling me? Put the phone down and find him, now!
I'd better just pass him the CD for Muriel. Damien, I need a favor from you.
Of course, Miss Svedlova.
I've got a CD here for my friend Muriel from the telephone exchange. I think you know who I mean. Could you give it to her the next time you see her?
Well, I finish work before she does.
Something tells me you might meet later, after work.
No. Someone's hiding something from old friends.
But Rene, don't be foolish. Miss Svedlova, if you're hinting that Muriel and I, you know how such things are viewed at work. Relationships between co-workers are frowned upon.
I'm not hinting at anything, but it's a small world. Perhaps you'll meet by chance.
Oh, that would be a real coincidence, wouldn't it?
Well, theoretically, it's possible. If I happen to see her, I'll pass it on to her.
Thanks, Damien. See you, Remy. I've got more important things to do than relax in the museum park.
Hi, I'm lecturing right now. If you need something, leave a message for me. Thanks, Max.
That's not good. I have no choice but to get the number of the university where Max is lecturing.
Ah, Miss Svedlova. How many stolen paintings have you found today?
Well, I'd say about as many as the bullets you fired today.
I'm empty. That's 2 clips. That makes it 24 shots. Just another average day on duty here. What about you, Damien?
It's the same with me, old pal. But I keep 1 bullet for myself, just in case.
You two will drive me up the wall one day. If I take it, it'll end up forgotten in a pocket, and that's the best case scenario. My friend Muriel works at the telephone exchange. She's a bit too talkative sometimes, but I'm used to that now.
Telephone exchange, how can I help you?
Hi, this is Lara. I left a CD with someone you might meet at work, by sheer chance.
You are a terrible snoop. How did you find out?
I've got eyes, Muriel. Will you get me Duran's number now?
Hey, who do you think I am? I started looking for him as soon as you called me. He's waiting on the line, but he doesn't sound very enthusiastic.
You're amazing. Let me speak to him, please.
Well, what's going on? Is this some kind of a joke? You pulled me out of a lecture. You know how long I waited for this chance. Do you know that if things go well, this could be regular for me?
Max, Ostankovich called. You've got to fly to Petersburg.
Tell him I can come next Thursday.
You don't understand. You must fly today, as soon as possible.
What?
He's not kidding, Max. He's in a fix and he needs your help. If you don't go, he'll ruin you. You know he's capable of that.
So I have to drop everything just because Ostankovich has got himself a problem.
We both know you don't have a choice. Come back to Lyon. We'll meet at the park and talk it through. I'm sorry, but there's nothing else you can do.
But
Hurry up and get the next plane. From the airport, go directly to the park. We'll meet there. See you later.
one reason. Give me one good reason why I should come running like a dog every time you or Ostankovich calls.
Max, we both know the reason. You can't afford not to obey him.
I made one mistake. I've helped him many times. How long will this go on?
You didn't just make a mistake, Max. You made a huge mistake. You forged paintings worth millions of dollars and sold them to get-rich-quick fund managers. And you got caught trying to sell a forgery to the Hermitage. That's plain madness.
Look, I'm grateful to you for persuading Ostankovich to keep me out of jail, but I think I've made up for it.
The case can be opened again any time, and he's capable of doing that. Until the file is officially closed, you have no choice. I promise that if you help him one more time, I'll do my best to get you off the hook. There's been some trouble at the Hermitage. He probably needs an expert.
Well, I don't have much choice anyway, do I? Damn it, all right then, I'll go.
Don't worry about your visa. You're traveling with special permission. Ostankovich has fixed it already. When it comes to manipulating the system, nobody matches my old commanding officer.
Now that's always good to know. Have fun here.
I'll be thinking about you. Take care.
Caught between the West and the East, pulled by the leash of past sins, who holds your fate in their hands, Max? There's a shadow rising above you. It's good that you don't see it.